Cool, so welcome guys. I believe this is week 3 of Advanced Python. So last time we went over how to use for loops to loop over lists and also how to use if statements. So the last question that I posed to you guys just before the lesson was over was the FizzBuzz challenge question. So I'll just share my screen and show that to you again. Everyone see my screen? Okay, cool. So the FizzBuzz challenge basically puts together what we learned with for loops, if statements, and stuff like that. So this challenge is for every number from 0 to 100. If the number is divisible by 3, print fizz. If the number is divisible by 5, print buzz. If it's divisible by both, you print both fizz buzz. Otherwise, you just print whatever number it was. Yeah, could you guys raise your hands if you did actually manage to answer this question? Okay, cool. Andre? Okay, Dylan? Sorry, I can't quite hear you. Okay, I can hear you now.
Wait, what are we meant to be answering? I did the FizzBuzz challenge.
Yeah, cool. All right, so okay, so if you did the FizzBuzz challenge, can you bring it up on your screen and we can share your answer? I'll just stop my screen share. And I'll enable screen sharing for everyone else. Okay, could only Dylan share his screen, please? Okay, cool. Could you run your program? Yeah, cool. Yeah, that is correct. So yeah, as you can see, we have the wider for loop. So you name your variable FizzBuzz instead of number, but which also works. But yeah, so in range 100, so range 100 basically produces like a list of numbers for the for loop to go over from 1 to 100. And then we have like the if statement tree in the middle. And yeah, that is correct. Oh, one thing, it is, yeah, you don't need to put continue in your if statements. So continue basically means like once you hit the continue line, you go to the next loop in the for loop and you don't sort of read through anything else. But like if and elif, like, yeah, there's no way, for example, if it's, the way if works is that like if you hit one statement, it already won't consider the stuff below. So you don't really need to continue, but yeah, that is still the correct answer. But yeah, cool. Thanks, Dylan. Good job there. Cool. I'll share my screen again. And yeah, that's basically how you do FizzBuzz. You have a big for loop over the range function. You have like 3 branching if statements, and you basically use the percent sign operator, which is sort of the remainder operator, to see if it's divisible by 5, by 3, or by 3 and 5. Cool. Anyway, yeah, now we're going to move on to a new topic. We're still going to use like for loops and if statements from now on, but we are going to, so we've already learned about lists. So now we are going to learn about a new data structure, and that is called sets. So I'll show you what a set is. So basically sets are like, so lists have an order, right? You can have like the first, second, and third like elements of a list, but sets are unordered collections of objects, and every object in a set is unique. Like you can't have two things in a set which are the same. And they use curly brackets instead of square brackets. Oops. Okay. So I'll link you guys replit.com again, so you can log in and follow on. So it's replit.com. So just like log in as you've done before and create a new REPL, like under the create plus button, Python. So I'll just create a new REPL. And I'll show you what a set is. So I'll create a set called I'll call this like Alison colors. So let's say this is like a set of a girl called Alison's favorite colors. So this is, say, red, green, blue. Right? Also print this out like you can with lists. And you notice, yeah, it doesn't really care about what order the set is in. It will, Python will print it out in whatever order it thinks is best. So this is an unordered data structure, and it's using curly braces and with comma separated items, like with this. Okay, I'm noticed someone in chat said they don't know how to log in and they do not have a password. So you just, so basically you go to the home page, and on the top right, we'll have like login or sign up. Click on sign up, basically. I think Wash mentioned with sets, yeah, basically it will, when it prints out a set to like print, it will use alphabetical order. But inherently, a set is not really supposed to be a structure in which order is important normally. But yeah, so we have another like list of set of colors called like Jason colors. So Jason likes purple, green, and blue. So there are a couple of different things you can do with sets. You can try adding an item into a set, removing items from sets like you can with lists. So let's try that out. Oops, not that one. My tab is out of order. So say you wanted to add the color pink to the list of Allison colors. What you use there is the add function. So you can just add pink. And if you print it out again, it should also have pink. Oh, actually, in this case, it doesn't print it out in alphabetical order. So it doesn't necessarily always print out in alphabetical order. And yeah, you can also remove colors the same way. And if you print that, it won't have blue in it anymore. And the thing about sets always having unique items is that if you try and add like the same item to a set like twice, it will kind of just ignore it. Oh, by the way, I may not have explained this before, but like any line starting with a hash sign is a comment. So this doesn't get run as code. It's just a comment to explain what is happening. So Allison now has pink, green, red. If I try adding red again, then if I try adding red again and then printing it out again, it's still pink, green, red. It doesn't say pink, green, red, and also red again. It only has each item that you add in once, no matter how many times you try and add it in. So that's how that works. There are a couple of different useful things you can do with sets. So one is like the intersection operation, and the other is the union operation. So intersection is like when you find all the items that two sets have in common. So say here, if you wanted, oh, not this one. Say if you wanted, like, what colors do both Jason and Allison like? You could use the intersection method here to actually look that up. I'll just print this. You can also just assign it to a variable, like but yeah, we have green because they both like green. Okay, all right, I'll just give you guys a few minutes to follow what I've just done and answer any questions. Aiden, do you have a question? So you need to unmute.
No, I had a question before, but now I don't have it anymore.
Okay, cool.
So like when I run it, it says traceback most recent call last file main hyphen line 4 in module Allison colors dot add pink attribute error tuple has no attribute add.
Oh, okay. I think you've accidentally made a tuple instead of a set. So say sets need curly braces. Have you done like round brackets like this?
Oops.
Yeah, that would be it. Okay. Right. Does anyone else have any questions? Okay. Thumbs up, correct, if you understand everything so far. Okay. Aiden, do you have another question?
Yeah. I tried doing Allison colors and the Jason colors, but when I press run, it comes up with nothing.
Comes up with nothing, not even an error?
No, it comes up with nothing.
Do you have a print statement somewhere?
No.
Oh, okay. Well, if you just assign stuff to variables, but you don't tell it to do anything to those variables, it won't print them to the screen. So just having, like, creating a set doesn't mean it'll show it here. In order to do that, you actually need to print it.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, every line here comes from like one of the print statements. Hey, Weish.
Is it fine if you could like slow down a little bit?
Well, yeah, well, I'm slowing down a bit now, but if everyone's following me so far, I think I'll continue going at the speed I'm going though. Where are you up to?
I'm on the 9th line.
9th line? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll give you like a couple more minutes. Maybe like 1 more minute. Cool. If you do get very behind though, you can just watch this video on YouTube and try following along then. Yeah, give you guys just another minute. Okay, I think I'll move on now. So that is basically how intersection works. Like I said, we have two main set operations. One is intersection, which is like what the two sets have in common. The other is union. Can raise your hand if anyone can tell me what the union of two sets is versus intersection. You can probably guess by the picture. No one? Okay. Yeah, intersect, yeah, as I said, things that are in common, but it's not just things that are in common, that's the intersection. Andrea said joining both sets, and yeah, that's true. It's basically all of the things in both sets, like sort of all added together in one. So if I do this to this one. Then we get all of the colors. Let's call them union colors. Union. So we use the union function. Can anyone tell me what colors will be in union colors when I print it out? Just raise your hand if you have the answer. Yep, Quinton?
No, I accidentally just deleted all of my codes trying
Oh,
to place it down.
oh no. Yeah. That's unfortunate. But yeah, so the union of colors is basically all of them together. So if Alison's colors are now, it's kind of confusing. Actually, but they are now, we've added pink and removed blue. So they're now pink, green, oh no, they are pink, red, pink, green, red for Alison, and Jason's colors are purple, green, and blue. So union colors will be a mix of that. It'll be pink, green, red, and also purple and blue. And we'll have green, but since green happens twice, it will only be in there once. Let's test this out. And yeah, we have all of the colors now. We have pink, green, and blue, like Alison colors, and we also have purple. Yeah, we also have purple, like with Jason colors. Yep, so that's how you do a union of sets. So yeah, sets are useful when you want to basically like have a collection of unique items where repeats don't matter, and you also need to find out like what two or more sets have in common, or you need to be able to sort of add these unique things together in a union. So that's sets basically. Oh, and one more thing. Similar to how you can do with lists, you can also actually do a for loop over a set, because a set is like a collection you can loop over. So let's try that here. So for color in, say for color in union colors, actually let's try Alison colors. You can go, Alison likes color, like whatever color it is. So this will print out, Alison likes pink, Alison likes green, Alison likes red. So yeah, similar to a list, you can actually loop through it and do something for every item in the list, in the set. Does anyone have any questions about that? None? Okay, moving on. So basically that was sets and like the sort of basic operations we have for sets, which are like unordered collections of things, of unique things specifically. But yeah, the next data type we're going to learn about is actually dictionaries. Dictionaries are used a lot in Python, like a lot. So they look a little bit similar to sets, except, so they still use curly braces, except instead of just having each individual comma separated item, you actually have every item is like a key and then a value. So a key value pair. So the dictionaries store data in key value pairs. So if you think of it like a sort of like a word dictionary, like an actual dictionary of words, you can think of, so like in a word dictionary, the keys would be the words and the definitions are like the meanings of the words. So when you want to like find, so say when you want to find the meaning of a word in a dictionary, you look it up by the key, right? So when you're looking up a value in a Python dictionary, you look it up by the key as well. So when accessing a dictionary value, you use dictionary name and then the name of the key. I'll show you how this works. Yeah, So I'm going to throw some stuff here. That is probably a bit confusing. So I'll just borrow this thing I already wrote. Yeah, so say we have like a dictionary of favorite colors. It is called favorite color. And so the key is the person's name and the favorite color is the value. So in this dictionary, we have name and their favorite color. So Jessica's favorite color is blue, Lachlan's favorite color is purple, and Ian's favorite color is brown. There's also a few different ways you can write dictionaries. You can, for example, write dictionaries out on one line, like, for example, this is also a valid way of writing a dictionary, like all in one line. It's just a little bit easier to see if you write it on multiple lines, I find, with like each line being one key, one value, but you can write it like this as well. If you write it like this and then press enter, it will, actually it won't really automatically indent it properly. I think that needs an indent. But yeah, it's good style to actually indent this out, actually. Oh yeah, either way, they are both valid dictionaries. As you can see, when it's printed out pretty much as it's written. And yeah, so that's basically a dictionary. Is everyone good with that? Raise your hand if you're getting like an error when you move the dictionary or you've mistyped something. All right, cool. So as I said, so similar to sets and lists, you can also use a for loop over a dictionary. So I'll show you. So I'm going to, so for color in favorite color. It's favorite color. No, actually, I'll do something a little bit easier first. So I'll do print favorite color, Jessica. I really need to type this exactly right. So this will print blue. So similar to, remember lists. So if you had like a list and then you use the index 0, it would print out like the value at position 0. This one, if you write down the dictionary name and then square brackets and then the key, it will actually give you the value associated with that key. So favorite color Jessica is blue, favorite color Lachlan is purple, favorite color Ian is brown. Does anyone have any questions about how this works? No. Jemima asked, what does syntax error mean? A syntax error usually means that you mistype something, like you misspelled a variable name, well, actually, that you misspelled something, that you like didn't put an ending bracket on like your dictionary, you forgot a comma or something like that. Usually it will tell you around what line you did it. Sometimes in the case of brackets, it can't tell you the exact line you got it wrong, but it should be, well, the line it gives should be close to where you made the mistake, if not your actual, if not where you actually did it. Waish wants to show a screen. Okay, give me 1 second, I'll just turn on the light. Okay. Cool, I will stop sharing my screen. Okay. Okay. Some colors, Jason colors. Oh, yeah, they're both light green. What is your problem exactly? So yeah, I need to unmute you, I think.
Sorry. It doesn't state that Allison's color is like red, green, and blue.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay, I see what you did. You added quotes around Allison colors. So if you add quotes around something, it will print it literally like that. So you just need to, you know, in the print statement, you have print Allison colors on line 6.
Wait,
Like
so
on line 6, so you have print Allison colors. You have that in quotes. So see how it keeps printing Allison colors? So you just remove those quotes. Yeah, and it will just print it as a variable, basically. And also you need to spell it the same every time. So if you always spell it without a U, you need to get rid of the U in line 6, because so you'd underline it in red because you
okay.
still, yeah. Yeah, just remove that. And remember you need remove the quotes and add the underscore. Yep, underscore Allison colors. So underscore Allison underscore colors is how you wrote it the first time. So you need to add the underscore in the middle of those 2 words. Just
Okay.
like, yeah, just backspace a bit and
Sorry, what do I do it?
so on line 14, you have print Allison colors but you've written it as 2 words with a space in between. You need to write it as like with underscore.
Okay.
Yeah, just make sure you spell your variables the same every time. And on line 6, you actually have a U. Yeah, you have a U in colors, but you don't have a U in colors the first time, so you need to spell it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Cool.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. All right, cool. Levin, you have a question?
It says file main PY line 38 syntax error unexpected EOF while passing.
Oh, okay. What you did there is you probably forgot to add a bracket or something somewhere. Okay. Actually, I'll just let you share your screen 1 second. Yeah, could you share your screen, please, Levin? Okay, line 38. Oh yeah, you forgot the bracket after the print statement. So with a print statement, you have, you know, print and then opening like the left bracket. You forgot the right, like the closing bracket on the other end. So after favorite color Jessica, you need like a round closing bracket.
Like that?
No. After Jessica, yeah, just delete that one. And then yeah, at the end of the line, you need it there. Yep, right there. Yep, that should work. Yeah. So yeah, unexpected EOF. EOF actually means end of file. So basically it's saying it hit the end of the file, but it expected to find a bracket there. Well, it didn't tell you it expected to find a bracket, but so that's what it meant. Anyway, cool. Okay. I assume you guys, okay, so if no one has any more questions, I'll just move on. So I was going to show you guys basically that similar to sets, you can actually use a for loop to print stuff from dictionaries as well. So you can say for, although when you, but you have to remember that basically when you loop over a dictionary, remember a dictionary is made of key value pairs. So when you loop over a list, the looping variable takes the value of every item in the list. When you loop over a set, it takes the value of every item in the set. What the looping variable here takes the value of every loop, every time around the loop, is actually the key. And our keys here are people. So remember, this is every time this goes around the loop, this will take the value of a person. So I'll just show you first. Print person. So this will print out basically Jessica, Lachlan, Ian. Yep. So it loops over the keys. Now, if you also want, the value of the colors as well, you can actually do something like this. So this will actually print out the values. So remember how you, in this statement, you use the person's name that you want their favorite color of. So now, since this takes the value of every person in the dictionary, you just access this with square brackets, and every time it'll print out each person's favorite color. So I'll show you. So now instead of Jessica, Lachlan, Ian, it prints out blue, purple, and brown. And yeah, I'll show you a statement where you actually print out both. So now instead of doing this, I'll just leave this as a comment so you can still see it. You can do something like, how I showed you how to do the string substitutions. So here, after this percent sign is like a tuple of the two things you want to replace, this and this. So these are the two variables you want. You want person, and then we'll say person's favorite color is, and then it'll replace this %s with this, and it will replace this %s with this. So this will say, in turn, Jessica's favorite color is blue, Lachlan's favorite color is purple, Ian's favorite color is brown. So I'll just run this. Yeah, Jessica's favorite color is blue, Lachlan's favorite color is purple, Ian's favorite color is brown. So yeah, if you want to, so when you're looping over, using a for loop over a dictionary, it will loop over the keys. If you want the value that each key corresponds to, then you need to use this sort of square bracket notation like this to grab that. Does anyone have any questions? Okay. So now you have a question?
Every time I try to type, nothing comes up.
Oh, you mean, so you can't type on the website?
Yeah.
Okay. Can you type on anything else?
No. No, it makes a beeping sound like this. It makes a beeping sound.
Makes a beeping sound. Okay. You probably have a problem with your keyboard or something. Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you accidentally turn on sticky keys by pressing the shift key 5 times or something like that?
No, I don't know what happened.
Yeah, that's strange. I would say Google the answers to your problem, but you probably can't Google without typing. Well, anyway, that's not really related to this lesson though. If you can't figure it out, what's wrong with your computer before the end of the lesson, just watch us on YouTube and follow along later when your keyboard is working.
Okay.
Jemima, what's your question?
Could I share my screen, please?
Sure. I'll stop sharing mine and I'll enable sharing. Okay, go. Jemima, and only Jemima, please share your screen. Line 23, invalid syntax. Oh, you forgot the color, like you forgot the commas in between each key value pair. So at the end of every, Jessica Blue, you need a comma. So yeah, that needs a comma, and that should work. Line 36. You probably forgot a bracket somewhere. Oh, I think. Oh yeah, I see. You need another bracket at the end of line 33. So that after the percent sign, you have see that end bracket corresponds with that thing just after the percent sign. You also need one that matches the print sign, the print statement there. Yeah. And I think basically you forgot the space after the word is. Yep. And don't forget, you need a %s, not %. So in the beginning of the statement, you have %, you need %s, s. No, undo what you just did. Yeah, so at the start of the sentence, so you need a %s at the start of the sentence. Yeah, like before the comma, just add another s. Yep, that will work. Yep, that works. Cool. Okay, I'll just share my screen again. I think Assad just asked, what does the % sign mean? The % sign here essentially is used in string substitution. So here, basically, here we have %s here and %s here. These are string placeholders. It's saying we want to fill these in with some variable that we'll tell you later. And then you have a space and then you have the % sign. And then after the % sign, you give it a tuple of what you want it to replace all the %s's in your string with. So in this case, after the % sign in round brackets, you just tell it what you want it to replace this and this with. So here, the % sign means it's basically a string replacement, specifier operator. It does mean different things in different places. For example, in the FizzBuzz operation, we had number, %3 = 0. So when it's used with numbers, it actually means it's sort of like a remainder operator. It's what is the remainder when this is divided by 3? So yeah, it does mean different things in different places. When it's used like this, though, it's used to replace values in strings, basically. Okay, on to another question. So Andres said, how does the computer assume the names in the set? For example, Lachlan, how does it know it is a person? Basically, it doesn't. It doesn't know it's a person at all. In fact, what it is, its meaning is meaningless to it. Basically, you could name this variable whatever you like. I named this variable called person just because that's what each of these names mean. But I could name it like anything. I could name it P and it would be the same. Like if I just changed all of these to be P, it would have exactly the same effect. See? It's all the same. Basically, yeah. Yeah, it has no contextual awareness of what is a person. So what this variable represents is like, it takes the value of each key in the dictionary, no matter what this is. This doesn't have to be a dictionary of like people. Say it could be a dictionary of like flowers and their colors. So this could be like the name of a flower or whatever. Yeah, Python really doesn't care. It doesn't know what you're talking about, basically. And I'll change this back to person. Oh yeah. Okay. Oh yeah. So we've dealt with errors already. There are many different types of errors you can come across. The most common is the syntax error, which means you probably mistyped something. There is a special kind of error that is for dictionaries. So say we use favorite color, I don't know, gin. Say if I try and print this, obviously there is no gym in this dictionary. So if I run this, I get traceback, blah, 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 key error, gym. So in this context, key error actually means like there is no key in this dictionary that matches this. So if you try and like access an item in the dictionary for which doesn't exist, which has no key, it will have an error. So that's what that means. If you get a key error, it means you're trying to find something in the dictionary that's not in there. Carlos, you have a question?
So like when I try to run my instructions, it just says traceback most recent call last file main Python line 31 and module print favorite color Jessica type error set object is not subscriptable.
Okay. That tells me that you've accidentally made a set instead of a dictionary. So when you made the dictionary up here, favorite color equals, did you use like, just a colon blue comma, or colon purple comma? Because I think the problem is it thinks that what you've written is a set, because sets and dictionaries are very similar, right? They both use curly brackets, they both have commas between every item, but dictionaries have a key and a value. So I'll just ask you to share your screen. 1 second, I'll stop sharing mine. All right, Carlos, please share your screen.
Wait a minute.
Okay. Okay, you wrote it wrong, basically. You see with my favorite color, right? You put quotes around both Jessica and blue. Remember, a dictionary is a key value pair where the key and the value are separated by a colon. The 2 dots in a colon. Yeah, so basically you need quotes around Jessica, but then you need a colon. Yeah. Yeah, and then put a colon between Jessica and blue, Lachlan and purple, Ian and brown. Yep. Like a colon, the 2 dots. I think I'll copy and paste what I have into chat just to show you. That's Okay, I just copied and pasted it, like your message in chat. Basically, you need like, okay, you need Jessica to be quoted, Blue to be quoted, but you also need a colon between Jessica and Blue, and then after every line you need a comma. Basically, yeah, you did write it wrong. Yeah, so just like copy what I wrote in the same format and you should be fine. Cool. Just raise your hand if you still have problems later after copying that. Cool. Aiden, do you have a question?
Yeah. It says print and then the favorite color with the percent sign. And it says indentation error expected and indented block.
Oh, okay. That sounds like, so in every for loop you need like an indent, like before the lines inside of the for loop block. So you need like these two spaces here. Do you have them?
No.
Okay, you need them. Yeah, normally, it automatically, when you add a new line after a for loop, see how it automatically indents like this when you first do it?
Yeah.
Does that
it's working now. It worked.
Okay.
Thanks.
Wash, do you have a question?
Yeah, is it okay if I share my screen? Because there's a problem with line 25.
Sure, I'll stop my share and I'll enable sharing. Okay, try now.
Yeah, so basically I did print Allison like color, but it shows red lines underneath it, meaning something is wrong.
Yeah, so 24, after the for statement, you need a colon at the end. So at the end of line 24, you need a colon, like 24, like the line above that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, add a colon.
Comma?
Colon, like 2 dots.
Oh, okay.
Yep, and then the line underneath that needs to be indented. So like I just explained, you need 2 spaces before print in line 25. So the beginning of the line just needs to, no, before the word print, not after. Even before the word print, you need like, just add 2 spaces, 2.
Okay.
Yep, that should work.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right, cool. Now we only have a few minutes left. Yes, now do you have a question?
Yeah, so like when I can I see my screen? The writing is so long, I can't read it.
Okay. Yep, try now.
Did it come?
1 second, I think it's loading. Yeah.
Like this part is not says these.
That's strange. That seems like a replit error. It's not like a Python error. You can try running it again. Oh, I think you wrote it in the wrong file. See how you wrote inside pyproject.toml?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're supposed to write it in main.py.
Right?
Yeah, you're writing in the wrong file.
So do I make a new file?
How do you make a new file? Yeah, I'm not sure. Did you manage, like every new Python project should automatically have a main.py inside of it to run. Did you delete it?
No, I think no.
It's strange how you don't have a main.py file that's
I
automatically.
think when he started a project, he didn't choose Python. He chose something else.
Okay.
I chose Python.
But it's still a pyproject.tml. Actually, I would advise you to just make copy and paste your what you wrote just into a new project. So just create a new project and then copy and paste what you wrote into your new project with main.py inside.
Okay.
Yeah, so just make a new project. Yeah, make a new one. Okay, cool. Since we only have a couple of minutes left, I'll just summarize what we've gone through. Yeah, so basically we've so far gone through sets, which are a new data type with curly braces. They have unique items. The order doesn't really matter. You can add items to them, remove items from them. You can do intersection, which is like what do they have in common? You can do union, which is like add them all together. You can loop over items in sets, just like you can in lists. And there is also a very important data type called a dictionary. A dictionary also uses curly braces. It's made up of key value pairs, separated by colons like this. You can find values by using the key. So when you say do this, it will print out blue because that is the value that is pointed to by the key Jessica. You can loop over a dictionary with a for loop like you can with the other two data types, but the values it loops over are the keys. So yeah, so if you want to print out both the key and the value, you need to use this notation for the value and the variable for the key. Lastly, you get a key error if you try to access a value in it, like if you try to use a key in a dictionary that doesn't exist yet. So cool. That's the end of our lesson. So I'll see you guys next week.
Bye. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.